guys, I thought you'd like to see what I keep in my Northern Ireland patrol pack. 2-day supply of food and water for my mountain challenge mid-August. I thought you'd like to see what I take along. First off, this is a Northern Ireland patrol pack, but I have added an extra pouch which gives it a bit more depth and more litre space. I've got here one spade carrier pouch which is strapped to my belt, and it's ideal for a BCB water bottle, which is, the weight is distributed nicely left and right. The weight of this pack is an amazingly light 10 kilos, as you saw from the early clip. There we are guys, 10 kilos. So let's have a look at the contents that managed me to get the weight down another 2 or 3 kilos to make it even more bearable, because the ascent is going to be up to about just 2,000 feet, quite steep ascents, and a whole day's trekking on the tops, and then camping in a glacial hanging valley. A challenging walk with quite a lot of weight to carry, so I thought I'd reduce my weight as best I could. So here it goes. So inside the old first aid pouch is quick access, easy to get. I have a poncho and waterproof trousers, lightweight BPM poncho. I have my food packed low down for quick access, and it will stay there for the whole weekend. And I've reduced my first aid kit quite considerably from the larger one I used to carry, just to cut down space and weight. And I've just taken with me absolute essentials, with courtesy of my buddy Daz. Shampoo, mouthwash, sterilisation, alcohol for cleaning wounds, bug and tick remover, and an essential survival foil sheet to wrap myself in should it get really cold in the early hours, because I'm just taking a summer bag with me and it could be quite cool in the early hours at altitude. I take just enough tea tree wipes, which are antiseptic, for everything from cleaning to toilet to wiping a wound. So that packs into there. And on the other side of the first aid kit I have my shaving kit, hygiene on camp, scissors, toothpaste, mouthwash, and the most essential foot repair plasters and tapes for blisters, and heavy duty painkillers should I need them. So that's the first aid kit. The food this weekend is the tediously boring protein mini pork sausages and cheesy pasta with spices, and the lunches and breakfasts are wholemeal bars, energy bars, which are very lightweight. So this weighs less than a pound. On the kit on the top I have here, quick and easy to get water purification tablets and filter, so I can gather water as I go and clean it, torch and nightcap, and I'll probably put a pair of gloves in there because I'll be going through some pretty tick infested ferns at the early part of the walk, and then I'm up on the moors after that on the heather. So underneath this, the big weight saver for me was the shelter. I decided to go for the lightweight combat pretend tent really, but I did proof it. You've seen it before, proofed, ready for action, rolled up in its own ground sheet sewn in with a bug net at the gable end and vents along the side. So this will keep me dry overnight and hopefully well ventilated. So that's the shelter, very lightweight, probably only about a kilo. Underneath that I've got the luxury of a very lightweight puff jacket should it get quite cold on site, because I'm not carrying extra clothes particularly. I do have one luxury, which is another fleece to wrap around my inflated pillows so it doesn't slide around. Thank you to Trek Linda for that tip she gave from her walk recently, that if you wrap a fleece around your inflated pillow, it doesn't slide around as much. So that's a luxury I'll be taking. It doesn't weigh very much, so it's going with me. And then beneath that I've got a military cadet self-inflating mat, which again is lighter than the one I normally take. It weighs virtually nothing. And inside that I keep my inflatable pillow, which is tucked down the side, ready for use. Again, very lightweight. So the idea of having a harder mat that lies flat, it's wider and self-inflating, is to stop it sliding around as much. It may well produce a completely sleepless night. We'll find out, won't we? And then below that, Gore-Tex baby bag, which I thought I would take for extra heat, because this is just a jungle bag tucked inside it. Quite compact, just ready to throw out, and adaptability between the late summer and colder nights, which is excellent for high up on a mountain in August. So we're covered on every direction against wet. If I wanted to travel really light, I'd just take the bivy bag, wouldn't I? But it's not really an exercise in super light, it's an exercise in comfort, reduced light kit, just for 2 days. So that's about everything out of there. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's dry underwear and a t-shirt. But, you know, it's not heavy. Even if you total it all up, it's still, you know, 10 kilos for the whole kit, which is, when you carry it on your back, you don't really feel that it's a burden at all. So that's the main compartment empty. And on the other side, I have room for my spare water bottle, but I'll be putting it on my belt, and a foil sheet for the ground so the heat doesn't get sapped out of me if the ground is damp and cold. On the other side, I have the cook system. On this occasion, I've taken my lightweight homemade windshield, which I just bend around the stove to get the job done. I've decided to take along the Cadet stove hexi blocks, so they're pretty, you know, reliable. So I'll just pull that out. A little word of advice: don't put your Cadet cook system into the side pouch with the handle facing up the way, because it gets caught with the handle down the way like that. Anyway, inside this small container is everything I need. I have my main cooking shelf, which is the smaller one, and I use that as a cover over the top so things heat up quickly. And I use that for drinking out of, because it's cooler once the brew is made. But I do have combat matches, spices, cleaning sponge, cigarette lighter, so I'm covered on every side really, depending on the conditions, and scissors for cutting the salami, the meat, into the pasta without having to touch it even, just for convenience. And of course a spare collapsible cup, military style, and which again is so lightweight, it's a luxury I think I can afford, so I'm taking it with me. And 3 days supply of coffee, and tea bags, again not a lot of weight, and that's that container ready for cooking, empty. You get a good meal in there actually. I could use the bigger one for the cooking as well, so it's optional. Inside here is all the fuel I need. This is designed for the BCB mug, which I don't think I need, so I'll hoy that. So I've got enough fuel here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 brews. So that will cook and sterilise and boil water twice, bruise twice, cook twice, and it'll leave 2 spare, which is just perfect for a weekend trip. So that's all I need, that's all the kit, and that's the conclusion. Patrol pack, 30 litres, which I've converted to probably about 45 litres, maybe 50. But anyway, that's the British Army Patrol pack, and on the front, because I'm carrying heavier weights, I've added a cross strap high up, and the camera slots down the front of that. So that's my kit. Look forward to seeing you join me on the mid-August challenge. Until then, stand by. Harry out.